What is going on, guys? It's Senior Piscott here, back with another video, and we are back on our Cardinals rebuild, and this is episode 3 of the series, and we are going to keep going. We just got done with the draft, and now it's time to put our players in action. First off, we need to get this left tackle we drafted, Pierre McConnell, and switch him to left guard. It'll get our guards better, and we'll just get our team better overall. And if you guys haven't yet, please hit the subscribe button. It'll be really helpful. And please just watch the end of the video if you guys like it. And right away, we're looking at Marquise Brown. He's 4 years in the league. I want to keep him probably on this roster just as long as we can. But we did draft a wide receiver who's pretty good, so we do need to get him in. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so we got, what's his name? Let's see. We got Alex Smithson, really good player, physical type of player. He is, how tall is he? He's 6'3", aggressive catch, possessive catch, run after catch. Good player, good injury, good stamina. This guy has good jumping. Overall, very physical of a player, which is why he has that trait. So we do need to get rid of a wide receiver to kind of make room for him. So I think that's where, what's his name? Robbie Anderson's going to get traded. He's 30, so this is time for him to get, kind of traded away. Now, we are looking for a realistic team that needs him. Titans can't afford him, so we first need to find a team. Patriots. Already have a wide receiver core going for them. Seahawks. Saints want him. We're trying to find a team. Rams would like him. Raiders, let's see where the wide receiver core is. Yeah, they actually really do need a third wide receiver, and let's see if we can get a second round for him. So yeah, we easily get a second, and we get another player off our roster. And our big thing is our offense is good enough to at least play. Now, we do need to get a backup, some backups here. Definitely need to look at the future for our tight ends. And actually, this guy, he's 1 year. We're going to keep him. I'm happy having him. We do have a good backup tight end for this roster. So let's just pick up 3 players now. And I think we need a quarterback. And we'll pick up maybe an edge rush. We need probably an edge rusher in a corner. So let's pick up Kyle Fuller because Kyle Fuller is just a good player overall. Good entry rate. So welcome to the roster, Kyle Fuller. And then, so backup quarterback pick now. And we're going to go with Case Keenum. Bring him to the roster. He's 35, 6'1". This will probably maybe be his last year in the league, probably. Or maybe he wants to stretch out a little longer. And let's look for just kind of a player still sitting here that hasn't got picked up that's at least good. Wide receiver, we'll pick up this guy. He is, I don't know, he's a 68 overall. Let's just kind of see what his injury rate is. He's 5'9". Bad injury, not even that fast. We're not going to take him. So we'll pick a guy. Maybe this guy, 94 speed. Dude is fast. Yeah, we're going to bring this guy to the roster. Welcome Townsend. And then we're going to just kind of scan these just to see if there's any players I really like. 64 left guard. 65 right guard here. Welcome to the roster, Paul Harris. And he actually has good injury too. We'll let kind of just the one stuff do the cuts. And I don't think there's really... Let's see left end. I need to look back at that. Left end, no one. Left outside linebacker, no one. Middle linebacker, no one. Right side, no one. Corner. We'll bring in Kyle Gore to the roster. He's a 67 roster. Overall, good enough injury. And welcome to the roster, Kyle Gore. Free safety. Bring in McKinley if he'll still make the cut after the game wants to kind of do that. Safety 65 overall. We'll bring him to the roster. John Hale. We'll see what he kind of goes up to the end of the season. Maybe he'll go up to a 70 or something. No, we're not gonna bring in this guy. I was thinking about it, but we're not. Last up is just kind of franchise staff stuff. We haven't done any upgrades, and we're going to focus on our defense. We got 200 points, so we do need to do this. And let's finish that off with that one. Okay, so that's good enough for us there. And let's get into the regular season now. We have a 57 players on this roster, so 4 of those guys will get cut. And if you guys are focusing on the real NFL, the mandatory camp is starting now. And it's very exciting to see some players develop in this camp and see which players are going to get shots in real life. So if you guys, I'm sure you guys have a favorite team. If it's the Cardinals, I do not know, too much about them. I just know kind of about Kyle Murray. That's a little bit about it. Isaiah Simmons, we'll do football IQ for him. Actually, yeah, football IQ. And yeah, with Cardinals, it's just going to be quite a long rebuild for them because they have a lot they need to get done in the time they have. This is not a fast rebuild for them. And maybe they can do something that gets it fast because I'm going to say this, it's always possible to get, a rebuild done fast. It just kind of depends on what you can do. And, I know like that kind of sounds weird how I worded it, but really it's possible. Because in like in a sense, you can sign and trade players and do all this to get the guys you really want to see on your roster. If you want to, like, look at the Rams. That one, maybe 2022, 2021 when they won the Super Bowl. They signed a lot of players to get themselves there. And, there's some, pros about that. That you can get your team where they need to be for a Super Bowl. But, the cons is after you kind of hit that phase, you start regressing. It's just as simple as that. Kyle Murray gets an upgrade. Get the improviser trait on him. And second week is up. Let's see. Okay, we got a weekly reward thing. We're 2-0 right now. Kyle Murray has the game of his life. Did throw a pick, but still, we get another one for the season. Going into game 3 against the Eagles, we're definitely going to lose this game just because I don't see ourselves beating the Eagles. 38-20, we pull off another victory against the Vikings. I think we're going to lose. They're also 3-0, and they have a really good offense. We're just kind of, I don't know how we're winning this, but let's see. Oh my god, I said we were only going to win 4 games this year, and we're pulling off an incredible season. Collins, 8 tackles, 1 sack, and 1 interception. He's having a good year, looks like, so far, or maybe he just had a good game. I really hope it's the year thing, but Marquise Brown, we're going to upgrade him. He goes over to an 86 overall. That's a very good trade for him. And really, we have a good wide receiver core kind of developing for this team. Rondell Moore goes up to an 83. And let's see who else we have. We got Collins. He gets, had the game. We get him up to an 80. And he's only 24 years old, so he's going to be really good in this. And Alex Sministon, our rookie, he goes up to a 77. I don't know how good of a year he's having so far, but I guess we'll see it by the end of it. He's only 22, so he has a lot of time to progress as a player. And this is Bridges, our rookie right guard. He goes up to a 76. I'm sure this is, just a star, but hey, I'll take it. I know it's hard to get something special for those types of players. Pierre McConnell, this should be our other rookie. I'm sure he's star too. He hasn't got it actually yet, but I guess we'll see in a few weeks. The rest of these players, we're just going to do, random upgrades, and we'll go into week 8 to make our next move. And that's probably when we're going to look at, who we want to sign, who we want to trade. We lose against the 49ers, close game, but let's go against the Giants. We're 4-1, good season coming up, and we lose again. We're 4-2. Week 7, we're going against the Ravens. Should probably be another loss, 4-3. Yeah, okay, so we're 4-3. So far, good things are happening, bad things are happening too. Middle linebacker had a good game for us. I don't know who that is, but we'll have to see soon. And let's do some more upgrades for this team. Isaiah Simmons goes up to an 83. He's our pass coverage outside linebacker. I love him on this team, and I think I forgot if we traded to get him back or what we did with him. I think we just kind of kept him. Chuck Lambert is our rookie. I think this guy was a linebacker, and we switched him to and left outside backer edge. But look at all those traits. So he's a good player for us, and this guy's also rookie, but we're just going to kind of leave that there. So we finished that off going into week 8. Let's look at who we have for re-signs for today. And Kyle Fuller, Doug left. McConley, we'll try to pick up this guy just to be a backup for his career. If he'll sign this contract, be a backup. And he takes a 5-year contract with us. Good player for us, and he's going to play probably good. This corner, that's actually a pretty cheap contract for 1 year, so 7-year contract. Will you take it? He takes it, so he's going to be a corner for us for 7 years on this team. Honestly, a very cheap contract, and I'll pick up another 7-year. I'm sure you guys are kind of like, why am I picking up these contracts? It's because they're cheap. You want to sign guys who are going to be cheap contracts and not have to worry about them, kind of coming back. Guys that are just going to be backups. And so far, we're losing, Miles Sanders. I think we should pick him back up for a year. Or the contract he wants. He's a good player for us, and I like this guy. Miles Sanders is a little more expensive than I wanted to, but if he takes the deal, he takes it. 5 years on this team, and we might trade him on his last year or something. Isaiah Simmons, a player I do want to see back on this roster. That is a very pricey, chunk of money. But I like this guy. He just wants to be on a team that's historically, and I don't know why we're on a Super Bowl chase. We're gonna bump up the money to $7 million a year. I know that's really expensive, but I need him to sign it. Still didn't sign it. We're going to have to see later. Kim Hicks, we're going to let go. And let's just keep continuing until week 11. Saints, I think I'm at Seattle. We should win against them. We're going on a losing streak now. We were doing so good, and then all of a sudden, we're just starting to fall off. Win against Washington, close game. We're 5-4. Going against the Browns, we should lose this to go 5-5. 5-5. We're at the bottom of the board, but Saints are also on the bottom. Focus players for this week. What we need to focus on in our future is quarterback. Maybe we look at this guy. But really, we're kind of just looking at which players are going to have, some good traits. Injury, I do not want to take that guy just because I don't think he's going to be good. A lot of quarterbacks here that I think, have some talent. Flanagan, we're not going to take. I don't know if this game is going to finish. We're just going to look at our quarterbacks, figure out who these guys are and who we want to take. There's 3 quarterbacks we're looking at because maybe we want to go, away from Kyle Murray for the future and just try to, maybe get a younger quarterback and, maybe a quarterback who has more time to get a brighter future. And I know that sounds bad in a sense, but Kyle Murray is just, where he should be, he's not. And I know, he's a good quarterback. I want to say that. Maybe the Cardinals is not the right place for him. Could very well be true. And maybe I'm wrong at the same time. I just think something needs to happen with him for him to kind of prove himself more than he already has. We got some more players going up. I think we're just going to let the game do what it wants here for these guys. And let's see. Versus the Cowboys, we're just probably going to be another loss. We're going to have an okay season. We lose, I'm fine with that. An entry to the year, let's see who it is. Running back, he goes out for 1 week. He'll be back, Miles Sanders. But 1 week is not even bad against the Bengals. And let's see how we do against them. Win against the Bengals, we're 6-9. I think we should beat the Rams, even though they're 9-6. Yeah, 7-9, we win. Good, a chunk of the win. And one more game, and I think we should go 7-10. And called it. 7-10 season, honestly not that bad of a year. A better year than I thought it kind of would be, just because I thought we were going to go 4-4. We got a contract extension. Thank you, the Cardinals owner. And let's see if we have any players. Jordan Love has a really good career. Stephon Diggs, good year for him. Jeffrey Simmons has an amazing year. Tackle guys, none of ours. Derek Stingley, he has a good year for the Titans. So let's just kind of see our stats wise. Kyle Murray, an average year. Not really good for him. Miles Sanders doesn't even break 1,000. So offensively, something's wrong. So let's kind of see our players. So it looks like Kyle Murray went out for maybe a game or two. I don't know, but the problem definitely seems like it's the interceptions for him. Going in, Miles Sanders just kind of split. It looks like some carries with James Conner, but I guess 4.5 is a good average. Going into receiving, 3 players broke 1,000, passing yards. Our rookie broke 1,000 and 8 touchdowns. Good year for him. Marquise Brown, 1,200 yards, 7 touchdowns, and Rondale Moore, good year, 6 touchdowns. For rookies, only 1 sack, and worse, Peter McConnell didn't have a good year, 8 sacks for him. Our Humphreys was our biggest, kind of weakest end. And I don't even know who this middle linebacker is, but J.C. Yankee had an incredible year, and he's our top player, having 2.5 sacks, 4 interceptions. Collins, 3 interceptions, 1.5 sacks. Sidney Elliott, our rookie safety, good year for him, 1 interception. Kyle Fuller, an interception. 2 interceptions for Byron Murphy, good year for him. Isaiah Simmons just becomes an absolute, sack king this year, putting up almost double digits in sacks. So close for him, 9.5 sacks, 1 interception, good year for him. No deflections, I kind of wish there was. Jeff Goodrich, a rookie for us, 2 interceptions and a sack. Chuck Lambert, our rookie left end, 11 sack year, so he had an incredible year. Jalen Thomason, good year. Hakeem Hicks, 4 sacks, and our other rookie this year, Shadon Rogers, 3 sacks. And down here, Doug Costin, 2 sacks and half a sack for John Hale, and that's really about it. Defensively, we look good. We have young guys performing at a good, level. I just would say that for this team to kind of show more, we need to get our offensive rolling a little better. We need to rush the ball more, and maybe that's why I say Kyle Murray didn't have that good of a year when he was given the opportunity. He had an offensive line that was kind of improving around him, and yes, it was still weak, but he should be at a higher level. It looks like Yancey Yankee probably played in the Pro Bowl. I'm guessing he maybe got Defensive Player of the Year. But he had a good year, and I don't even know who this guy is, but good job, man. We got to see which... And he goes up to Superstar. He's going to be a good player for us. He's going to be a great... Alex Smithson, maybe he won Offensive Rookie of the Year, but he goes up to an 81 overall. So this guy is the future of our franchise, and welcome. And he's a superstar, too. So offensively, I'm going to be... Kyle Murray has the weapons he should need. And I know, hey, that doesn't sound, good to say, but something's not right there. Tom Brady played for the Broncos? What the hell? He should retire. Jordan Love went to the Giants. Rodgers is still there. Kind of just looking for another oddball thing, but nothing there. NFC, Cooper Kupp won Offensive Rookie of the Year. No, Offensive Player of the Year. And let's see Defensive Player of the Year. Any guys for us? Cardinals. No Cardinals names. Sucks for us. But let's see Offensive Rookie. Alex Smithson won Offensive Rookie of the Year for the NFC. And maybe he won it all for the whole thing. But yeah, good year for him. And he's definitely going to be our future stud. Defensive Player of the Year. W.C. Yankee won it. And Chuck Lambert, our left end, was right behind him. So good futures coming for this team. And to have those guys... They're going to be guys that are just probably going to stand out a little more. No wide receivers on this thing, just because we didn't have a wide. We had 3 guys who had a good year. We didn't have a guy that had a great year, and we're going to need guys that have great years ahead of us. If we don't, we're going to suffer because of it. And I don't know. We need to spend the money this year on getting some free agents. Resigning phase, we're definitely going to take a toll just because we were going to lose some guys that are good. Let's do retirements first to see who we lost. And Harrison Smith and Adam Thielen both retire, and Patrick Peterson retires. I guess he probably got cut or something weird happened there. Let's see, Cardinals. I don't think we lost a player, but no, Case Keenum retired and Keenan Hicks retired. So those 2 guys go, and I kind of predicted Case Keenum. I had a feeling that Akeem Hicks would leave just because of his age. And the one player we forgot to sign, and I should have signed, and we have 2 of them, Isaiah Simmons. 7 years. Let's try to do a custom offer. So we're going to bump him up to 8.5 a year. Actually, we'll do 8 million. 8.1, 8.1. So 81 million to play for us, and he's happy to resign because that's a huge chunk of our money. And he's a good player. He had a good year. Not even gonna lie. Marquise Brown, we're going to just try to send him to what contract he wants, just because he is a good player. But he's going to free agency. Sucks for us, but let's go into the free agency and try to pick up some players we can. Signing for free agents, we're looking at trying to sign a stud. I want to be completely honest. We need to sign a wide receiver who's going to be an impactful player. And right away, I want to say this. Mike Evans. He's him. He's kind of a guy that could be a good stud to add to the roster. Now, running back. I don't think we need a running back to sign. Fullback. This guy really wants to sign with us for some reason, and I'll sign you. Let's do a 3-year. We need to save some money. You can play for $3 million a season. I'm happy to give you that for a fullback. Actually, we're going to cut it down more. Let's do 3 years. Cut you down to 1.2 million a year. Yeah, I think he'll still sign that. Wide receiver. If we can get Mike Evans, that'd be a huge thing for us. Tight end wise, don't think there's really a guy. Left tackle. I think we should try to get this guy. I think he'd be a great player, and for the money, maybe he wouldn't sign it, but we're winning on that contract. I'm going to be honest. We're going to spend our money out. We're not holding back this year. We're spending what we got and what we need to do. Hudson, if we can get this guy'd be a huge signing for us. And he's not going to sign, so we're withdrawing that offer. 2 signings left to kind of get one more player for this roster this year. Left end, Clowney would be a good player, but we don't need him. We need a defensive tackle who's just going to be a stud this season. Ed Oliver, I would love to get Ed Oliver on this roster, and that's actually a pretty cheap contract for him. If we could get him for, I'd say, let's do 6.7 million and 7 million. $7 million contract, 14. I really want to get him on this roster just because I know how big of a guy this would be for us. But I don't know. We might just go try to get DJ Reader. I want to be honest. I think we could get him DJ Reader for the contract we want. I think we'll still try to get Ed Oliver, but DJ Reader is just a guy I think we have a chance signing. And we're in the hunt for. We'll bump it up. We'll do a 5-year deal. We're going to go $8 million a year. The problem is he just doesn't want to sign with us. But I really want to get Ed Oliver. And why? Just because he's a stud. He doesn't get injured much. We're going to go 8.5, 8.5. Really big contract. It would be huge to get this guy. And we're leading it. We're going to leave that. Cut that. And we got one more for the money this year. A guy that we need to sign. Be a big signing. We're good on our linebackers. No doubt in my mind. We need a corner. Easy. We need a corner who's going to play for us, be a guy that can get it done. James Bradbury, he wants to come here. I want to try to sign him. 1 year, come here for $9 million to play for us. We're going to get it done here. We we're paying big money to get some big names on our roster and be able to have a good year. Let's see who we signed, and we got Mike Evans, 2-year contract. Good. Not honestly that bad. We got Ed Oliver for the huge contract we wanted to get him for 5 years. That's a big contract, but he's worth the contract. I want to say that. He should have a double-digit sack season. We got James Bradbury, and we got the left tackle we wanted to get. And let's see what we need to add rest to get our roster going. What do we need to do? Because if we do stick with Kyle Murray, we do need to give him what he wants for this team. Humphreys, I think, can stay at the position. We're going to move Williams to right tackle, just to kind of have him play there, because Humphreys looks like he kind of wants to stay as a left tackle. Right tackle, and honestly, this offensive line can get it done. Not even lying. This offensive line is good enough to play at a high level. You have the wide receiver core to play at a high level. Humphreys is getting old, so we do need a guy next year. Yeah. Honestly, overall, this team can get it done. Rodgers, we do need another big name here to put on the roster. Yankee goes back down. That sucks for us, but hey, not bad. And Elliott's going to stay our safety. We got a good free safety. Corners are developing where we need it to be. And last kind of player, if we can maybe get a defensive tackle on the spot, I think we definitely have a year to make a Super Bowl run. I know, it sounds weird to say that just because, hey, at first we were not even looking at going to a Super Bowl. And now we're here. Fletcher Cox, I think we're going to stay young on our defensive tackle. I think we're fine. I think we're going to go through to the draft. But we need to first kind of pick up our last kind of name guy to show up which players we're going to pick in the draft. Fifth-year options. I know fifth years are a big thing in this game, but I don't really try to sign them unless I really know who the player is. Just because I like to kind of sign players right away, just because I know you can kind of undercut some. And right away, that guy is good. And yeah, we're scouting out the quarterbacks this year. We're just going to do gamble. I'm not going to even look at him. I'm just going to do that. And let's just sign the quarterback of the future, just because Kyle Murray's not getting it done. I'm sorry, Kyle Murray. We need a quarterback who's going to get it done. And I think Kyle Murray is good, but we need a guy who's great. And maybe we stick with Kyle Murray. Let's check out the draft board. Top 5 talented. I think we're going to sign Coda. I think we're going to offer Detroit Lions the deal they want to get the guy we want. Detroit Lions. And you want a quarterback, but we want it more. And I would throw Kyle Murray in this trade, but I'm going to be honest, it doesn't really work out well in the game to do that. First round, and maybe just offer a second round pick. We're going to do our 43rd pick, see if that gets done. That's our trade, and let's pick up the guy of the future, the man that's going to be leading this team for the rest of this rebuild, probably. And top 5 talent, welcome to the roster, Kevin Coda, new quarterback of the future. Oh my God, he can get it done. He can get it done here. I believe in him. You'll get it done. Kevin Coda, look at you. You're going to get it done. We're just going to do our first round picks today. I want to be honest, we're not going to kind of go more beyond that. And we're probably just going to look to pick up a guy that's just going to start next year for this team. Bramble might become he's going to become our center this year, and then he's going to move outside to right tackle that next year. Because Humphrey's going to be moving, so that's our new center this year. Going into this pick, 29th pick, our 3rd pick of the first round, and our last one of today, just because, hey, it's actually kind of realistic. We only do the first round the first day. And let's go with our last pick being... I want to look at this guy real fast just because he looks maybe incredible. I don't know about him. He could be less than I think he is, which he probably is. Let's look at that running back, honestly, just because maybe this guy's our next future running back of the roster. Good traits for him. Good. I do want to sign this guy. Mitch Bolden needs to work on fights for every single itch. He is good. Do I think he'll be great? Maybe. But I don't think we have a running back game that we're already going with, but I do want to sign him just because I think he maybe has some talent there. This is hard. I hate when you get picks like this just because you get guys you think could be really good and guys that you know probably will become studs for the roster. Let's just look at this right end and then not wrong guy, but we'll still look at you. We're going to look at this right end. And after this, we're just going to kind of look past it. And the right end didn't look incredible. Was it you? Both these guys kind of look the same in my opinion. No, this guy's different. Mitch Bolden. I know this is a risk of a pick. A guy that maybe might not be good at all. Let's look at this defensive tackle before we do it. And Mitch Bolden. You're coming to Arizona, Mitch Bolden. You're coming to Arizona. 21 years old, 5'9", 201, exclusive player. Needs to work on some stuff, but hey, he has good acceleration, can change direction very well, and welcome. 93 speed, 78 jumping, 92 change. This guy's good. Speed-wise, he's great. Good first round day for us. We're going to be kind of just keep looking what we can do to get things done here. And new quarterback, we are going to need to work on that guy getting better just because, hey, he is coming. But big things will come at Arizona. Good things are going to happen to the Cardinals, and we're going to get it done this year. We signed some big names. We fixed our defense. We, fix our offense, getting wide receivers who can get this thing done, which needs to happen in real life just because they got rid of DeAndre Hopkins, but they just released him. They should have just kind of traded him, and I hate when teams do that just because I know trades don't often work out, and honestly, you just take a 7th round pick at some point. Just take a 7th round. I don't even care because a 7th round pick is a pick. Now, great players can come out of any round. I want to be honest, and I'm sure anyone knows that a good player can come out of any round. And I know greats. Stephon Diggs, great player, one of the best wide receivers. He was a 5th round pick, and he gets it done. Showing you that, hey, players in any round can be the next legend, Hall of Famer, superstar player. And in Madden, it's not really the case. It is possible. I have picked up some 70 overall guys that, kind of turn out well. But in real life, it's a real thing. But that's going to be the end of today's video. In the next video, we are going to be starting off by finishing up our whole draft class and kind of just getting some guys who are going to be some future studs. First round, we got a QB. We got our new center for this year and right tackle for the future. And we pick up Mitch Bolden. Maybe he'll be a backup running back this year and just start behind Sanders. Or maybe this guy will just get the starting job and we'll trade our running backs to let this guy have the opportunity he needs. Mitch Bolden, hey, it's all up to you, man. But I'll see you guys all next time. Peace out. Subscribe and like if you like today's video. But see you guys all next time. Peace.